Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Dog Schlock by Request, where it's a review of the movie Howling 3, The Marsupials, and this one was sent to us from fellow YouTuber Resident Vania77. Well, as you would guess, this one has nothing to do with the previous two. In fact, I think pretty much they all had nothing to do with the previous two after this one. But this one is about a female werewolf named Jerboa. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. Who escapes her pack and heads to Sydney, Australia, because she kind of wants to live a normal life. Well, she's found on a park bench by a guy working on a movie called Shapeshifters Part 8, and his name is Donnie, and Donnie instantly falls in love with her. So Donnie gets her a job working on the movie, and the director instantly just says, yes, we must have this woman in our movie, and she just becomes an instant hit and everything like that. And then Donnie takes Jerboa to a movie called It Came from Uranus, which was apparently a werewolf movie. That doesn't make any sense. And Jerboa explains that that's not really how all that happens. So, one night after they get done having sex, Donnie notices Jerboa has a furry tummy. And it really doesn't become too quite apparent that Jerboa is really a werewolf until an after party for the movie Shapeshifters Part 8, that a bunch of flashing lights turn her into a werewolf. Well, of course, she has people from the pack following after her, including werewolf nuns. Yes, werewolf nuns, folks. So Donnie and Jerboa are trying to live a somewhat normal life. I don't know how you can with a werewolf woman, but you know, hey, whatever works. Lots of crazy stuff happens. In fact, there's a woman in the movie that is a ballet dancer that's a werewolf too, and yeah, it just gets a little bit more insane after that. So finally, it pretty much comes down to months later, Donnie and Jerboa are living a pretty normal life, doing movies and stuff like that. And Jerboa is up for some sort of Academy Award like nomination. She wins the award, and at her acceptance speech, she gets hit by a bunch of flashing lights, which of course turns her into a werewolf, live on TV. And pretty much most of the people that were involved in the movie see this, and they all laugh hysterically and have themselves one heck of a good time. The only name you might actually know in this movie is Barry Humphries, best known as Dame Edna. And he has a brief cameo at the end of the movie at the award show. So, why did this movie suck? Well, for one, Howling 2 was pretty doggone bad. It seemed to mix up the genres of vampires and werewolves into one movie. This one did not really seem to try and take itself very seriously. It's almost kind of like saying, it almost kind of took the direction that Prom Night 3 took. It was trying to be a horror comedy, but whereas in this one, it was trying to be more lighthearted and funny. To me, it just kind of missed the mark a lot. It almost seemed like it was trying to be a parody. Of course, then again, Part 2 was not all that great, but then they give us this one, and it's almost like it's trying to say, you know what, we screwed up with Part 2, and we're just going to do whatever we want with Part 3 because we know it's going to suck, and you guys are going to watch and probably hate us for it anyway. Of course, Howling 4 came around, and yeah, I'll be reviewing that one very, very soon because Resident Vania77 sent that one in too. So I think he's trying to torture me for some reason, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Howling 3, I just really didn't enjoy it that much. I mean, the first Howling movie was great, and for some reason after that one, it was like they just went downhill so fast. Howling 2 was bad, 3 was bad, 4 was bad, 5 was bad. I reviewed Part 8, I believe it was, Reborn, some time ago, and that movie was so much like Twilight, it wasn't even funny, and well, you all know my hatred for Twilight. But yeah, it was almost like after part 2, the budget, or part 3, or probably after part 3. I would have said after part 3, the budget for the Howling series seemed to get less and less and less and less, especially for part 7, which you can bet I'll be reviewing that one very, very soon too. But there you guys have it, a review of Howling 3: The Marsupials. Special thanks to Resident Vania77 for his request. And I hope you guys will go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And however you feel about the movie, whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. And of course, if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. If you got a horror, sci-fi, horror, comedy, horror, fantasy horror movie that came from somewhere, send it my way and I will get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.